NBC Sports app and get closer with additional camera angles, driver stats, and track information. You can watch live anywhere on any device. Find out more at NBCSports.com/live. Marty.
Rick riding along board with Kevin Harvick just now getting out on the racetrack. They did wait a good 6-7 minutes on this 14. That's something we've seen them do throughout this chase. Kind of really wait for the track to clear out more than anything else. And we talked about this in the first practice session. Because of that, they were on the splitter really hard in the first practice session, but the racetrack changed quite a bit as more cars got on the racetrack. But they are just 31st right now on the speed chart. They don't have a lot of initial run speed, but they are very happy with the car on long run speed. But I tell you what, Steve, if you're that far down the chart, how much early run speed are you comfortable giving up, even though the car may be good on a long run?
Well, that is the concern. I mean, they are 31st on the board, and they're there for a reason. They're almost a second off Brad Keselowski for his first lap. I mean, they're off a chunk of time for their first 4 or 5 laps. Now at lap 6, I agree with Ronnie Childers and Kevin Harvick. They have a lot of speed, but you have to ask yourself, what's causing some of these issues early in a run? We were riding on board when he came off onto the racetrack and he ran a couple laps. Then his car looked really, really free to me, and he had actually a really big save.
Take a look at this. Back in comes around on the 4. He's able to catch it.
Watch him inside the car. It's going to get way busier. He's trying to be committed to the wheel. And then right there, walks up. He gives a hand out the window because he appreciates the car he was passing there, giving him room, letting him work. And that's something we're going to continue to talk about is these chase guys are under all of this pressure. They're out here practicing. But in NASCAR, there are 40 teams in the race. Even the non-playoff cars are out there. So everyone has a different agenda. So we saw Kevin Harvick happy with another car. Well, here's the opposite. You have Joey Logano right here trying to pass the 6 Trevor Bayne. The 6 runs the top. He has every right to do that, but Joey puts his hand up like, man, what are you doing, buddy? I'm trying to get some clean air, trying to feel my car. If I'm the crew chief for Joey Logano, I agree. Trevor, what are you doing?
Right.
If I'm the crew chief for Trevor Bayne, I'm like, hey, man, what do you want me to do?
Track.
We're trying to learn all we can.
Absolutely. They have as much right to the track as anyone else out there. Once again, I'm telling you, the bump in 3 and 4 is very unsettling. We saw it once again with Kevin Harvick there.
What I love about Kevin Harvick, you just see right there, he runs down the front stretch. Now right here, he's busy. He's gripped on the wheel. You see him left, right, left. I mean, driving that thing, crawling forward. Then he gets to the straightaway. Once again, a little hand out the window, being polite, go down to the 3 and 4. Shifts that right hand over a little bit. And this is really where he's fought that exit. Seems like it's a little tight there. You know what I love is he did it last time. Kevin Harvick gets on this front stretch and he took his right hand completely off the wheel last time, kind of resting it. And it seems like they're gripping the wheel perhaps so tight, fighting the steering wheel. I don't know if their hands get tired from that. We'll ask Jeff when he gets up in the booth after taking the NBC on-track car what his opinion is. In 500 miles, you start to get a little driver fatigue.
Again, it will be 334 laps that these drivers will race tomorrow afternoon, 500 miles. It's a long race, especially when you're averaging 190 miles an hour. Logano running a little different line, way up the racetrack. That's the one thing about Texas that is so good as far as the racing lines. You can run the bottom of the track, you can run in the middle, and you can run all the way up against the wall in Texas, giving you options as a driver and a team. You can set your car up differently if you want to take advantage of a different line.
You see, I love Joey's helmet. If you look inside the visor, you can see his eyes. I'm not sure he's blinked yet. You know, you see, that really shows you the determination, the focus, looking out in front of his car at these speeds at nearly 200 miles an hour. You know, imagine when you drive down a side street in your neighborhood at 35 miles an hour, you only have to look 10 or 15 feet in front of your car because you're going slow enough that you don't look off in the distance. You get on the interstate, you have to start looking a little bit farther ahead. You're running 65 or 70 miles an hour. You're trying to spot your off-ramp, spot traffic, understand what you got to do. Well, then multiply that up to 200 miles an hour. Right here, Joe Logano on corner exit. He's looking at this 88 Alex Bowman, trying to decide, is he going to catch him? Should he go high? Should he go low? Then as he enters the corner, the spot he's aiming for is way down in the corner, hundreds and hundreds of feet away. And at 200 miles an hour, it's there in a second. So you have to be looking a long ways in front of your race car.
Yeah, remember, at 200 miles an hour, they travel a football field in 1 second. Marty.
trying a long run here for the 22 car, and that brings up the subject of tires. Going to be a big topic tomorrow afternoon. Every time that caution comes out, you're going to want 4 fresh Goodyear tires on your race car because this surface at Texas is so worn out. It has so little grip. Those new tires make a tremendous amount of difference. Now, NASCAR and Goodyear have given the teams 12 sets of tires to work with tomorrow, but if you're efficient in practice, you can carry over a set for tomorrow's race, giving you 13 sets of tires. So, Steve, how do you manage your practice as a crew chief if you want to make sure you carry over a set of tires? And is it worth giving up that extra practice time, the extra set of tires, to have it for the race tomorrow?
Yeah, Marty, that's really one thing that I really wish NASCAR wouldn't do. I think they should just give you an allotment for practice and give you an allotment for the race, but they don't. They allow you to transfer tires, and I think what that really does is if you're a Chase team, I don't see how you can use those tires in practice. I think they are forced to transfer those tires over because this is the track rip that we've seen issues before.
And as you say that, we flash back to a year ago, and Joey Logano, who during this race on a blown tire, you see what happens when a tire blows and you're going nearly 200 miles an hour. It tears apart the sheet metal and everything about these race cars. So Joey Logano, who came to this race needing a good finish, potentially even a win, and because of all the damage from the tire being blown, he was not able to get either. Logano has only 3 finishes worse than 11 in the last 21 races. 2 of the 3 were due to blown tires. Take a look at the best 5-lap average. 4 Chase drivers in the top 10 on this list.